Hundreds of Panhandle residents took proactive measures on Saturday morning, getting their annual influenza vaccination at Regional West's drive-through flu clinic. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, despite a brisk Saturday morning, dozens of volunteers and hundreds of cars were on hand for Regional West's annual drive-through flu clinic. This event was open to all Medicare patients, and a long stretch of cars wrapped around Rugger Drive on Saturday morning, with lots of Panhandle residents working their way to the front of the line to get their annual flu shot. Several dozen nurses and UNMC students were out helping people complete their paperwork before rolling up to the main station, where they simply had to roll down their window, stick their arms out, and get vaccinated for the upcoming flu season. Immunization nurse Bridget Brunn says Saturday's vaccination was the high dose of flu shots, mainly because people over the age of 65 are more susceptible to the flu and can get sicker. She says if you haven't gotten your flu shot yet, there's still plenty of opportunities.
Anyone can come into our family medicine clinic in the South Plaza. We're taking appointments, or you can just walk in and get your flu shot too. In the family medicine clinic, it's all day from 8 to 5. The only requirement, you just have to be over 6 months of age.
Brunn says they had 600 vaccines on hand for Saturday's event and was amazed at the strong turnout. Well, it was a milestone day on Saturday as U.S. Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh was confirmed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Kavanaugh was subject to a lengthy confirmation hearing, which included 3 women accusing the judge of sexual assault, which prompted an FBI investigation. On Saturday, the U.S. Senate voted 50 to 48 to confirm Kavanaugh, including Nebraska Senator Deb Fischer as one of those yay votes. She says she believes Professor Christine Blasey Ford suffered some form of sexual trauma, but the evidence was not there to prove that Judge Kavanaugh was the culprit to sway her vote.
My job as a senator is to assess the facts and make a judgment. I continue to support Judge Kavanaugh and believe he will serve our nation with integrity and devotion to the rule of law. I am confident that Judge Kavanaugh will be an outstanding Supreme Court justice.
In a written release, Senator Fischer added that Judge Kavanaugh has proven to be one of the most thoughtful, preeminent judges in our nation and will serve the American people with distinction. Well, coming up after the break, a rainy, snowy mix greeted us this Monday morning. How does our full week outlook shape up? Bill Boyer will be in with your forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
Things are getting wild over at Paul Reed Construction and Supply. Now through October 15th, take 10% off all Wild Gear and Grizzly products. Come visit us today at our showroom on 10th Street in Gering.
Now at Arby's, you can get 30 euros for $90. Or for those who aren't trying to cater a Greek family reunion, they're 2 for $6.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches! This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, we're going to deal with some showers around, maybe rain, snow showers at times, and then temps going to fall into the low 30s. And that's kind of where we're going to bottom out tonight. Thanks to the clouds being around, that should help us out. Winter weather is coming, though. We're going to see some widespread snow and some accumulations in the Panhandle. We'll show you where here in a moment. Maybe turning warmer by Friday. Hit 44 after a low of 38 yesterday, so really didn't go anywhere. We just kind of treaded water yesterday. Same situation today, as we really didn't move a whole lot. Had 0.03 of an inch of moisture through midnight, and we've had more since then. We'll show you that here in just a moment. New partnership with Viero Wireless. We want to show you a couple of the webcams going on out here. Right now, this is a live look at Chadron. We've got several different areas that we can check in on, and here's a look at Gehring, and also another peek for you. And you can see we have some fog out there in areas and some rain and snow off and on. This is Sydney in our Viero Wireless camera network. Appreciate their partnership. You can go to our website, follow along anytime, and of course stay tuned to kneb.tv. We'll keep an eye on all those webcams for you as well. Since midnight tonight, we've had some more precip, 700ths in Chadron, 800ths in Torrington, over 1/10 of an inch in both Alliance and Chadron. So it hasn't been heavy precip, but it's been some precip out there, and it's fallen at rain and snow at times. 60 in Salina, 58 in Lincoln. That's the warmer side of the state. 41 in Valentine, 31 in Laramie, and that is where we're colder right here in our area. Temps in the 30s. It's 40 in Oshkosh. Otherwise, look at this, 31 in Harrison, 31 down in Cheyenne. So cool temperatures here early this evening. We have winter weather advisories posted now. They've been expanded. They include the Chadron, Sioux County area into eastern portions of Wyoming. That's through early tomorrow. This swath that's added here to our east is a new winter weather advisory that's been posted. Oshkosh up through Mullen, Valentine. That area under winter weather advisory for tomorrow night into Wednesday morning, when we expect some additional accumulating snow out there. So winds are coming out of the northeast tonight, off and on rain and snow showers. They will end, I think, by late evening, and then just a hit or miss snow shower after then. Otherwise, just cloudy skies. That'll help keep temps up a little bit. They're still going to fall, though, below freezing. 26 in Cheyenne and Wheatland, upper 20s to near 30 here across the Panhandle. Slightly warmer from Valentine down to Ogallala. So tomorrow we'll put the forecast in motion. In the morning, we're going to start cloudy. Notice by mid-morning, we start to see some of the snow showers move up from the south. By tomorrow afternoon, we could be dealing with a band of some heavier snow here if this turns over to snow from Sydney to Oshkosh up through Valentine. That snow band doesn't really move a whole lot as the system shifts off to the north and keeps us in a band of snow through tomorrow afternoon in the evening hours. And then late tomorrow night, you can start to see the system pull off to the north and east and away from us. So this particular model wanting to hit on quite a bit of snow for us, we'll have to see if that comes to fruition. Highs tomorrow only going in the upper 30s to near 40 degrees. So precip forecast from now through tomorrow and into Wednesday afternoon, maybe up to some areas possibly maybe a half an inch of precip. Most of it appears to be fairly light. And then snowfall totals, as you see, as we go through the day, tomorrow night into Tuesday, that is when some of the heavier snow is going to pile up. We could be dealing with maybe 1 to 3 inches in some areas, possibly a little bit more. Keep in mind, most of this is going to melt when it hits the ground as the ground temperatures are warm. So what's going to actually stick to the surface, probably not nearly as much as this, but we could be dealing with some accumulating snow, especially I think here in the Sand Hills, into portions of the Pine Ridge and maybe the higher elevations there around Dalton is where we could be dealing with some accumulating snow through the day tomorrow. So tonight, rain and snow showers should end, mainly cloudy skies. It's going to be chilly, about 29. Cool tomorrow afternoon, rain and snow showers. 42 is your high for tomorrow, and that is going to be this normal for the next couple of days. Highs in the low 40s both Wednesday and Thursday. We'll warm maybe into the mid-50s on Friday, only to cool back down into the mid-40s, low to mid-40s for both Saturday and Sunday. Another chilly day out there both of those 2 days. And then by Monday, it looks like we might turn a little bit warmer. And then out even further than this, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, we may actually see some 50s and hopefully some 60s back in here. So the next 7 days, relatively cool, but we do look like we're going to warm back up next week here across the area.
Now at Arby's, you can get 30 euros for $90. Or for those who aren't trying to cater a Greek family reunion, they're 2 for $6.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Why should you come out to Double O Country Store in Banner County?
because we serve locally raised beef, chicken, and bison, and our hamburger buns, cabbage burgers, and pies are homemade every day. Breakfast is served daily from 8 to 11, with all-you-can-eat pancakes on Saturday. Or join us Friday nights for Burger Fest. Choose from 6 specialty burgers or build your own. And for dessert, make sure you save room for one of our homemade milkshakes. We are worth the drive here at Double L Country Store on Highway 71, just 10 minutes south of the Wildcats.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162. Welcome back. The Gering City Council this evening will consider a zoning change, plus a preliminary and final plat for 2 properties Vetter Health Services has purchased in Gering. Last year, Heritage Estates' parent company purchased 29 acres at the corner of Five Rocks Road and M Street, and recently purchased more than 18 acres west of their current facility from the Wiedemann family. Vetter had initially planned to expand Heritage Estates' independent cottages on last year's land purchase, but now are reportedly looking to build on the 18 acres they purchased on the west side of their facility. Well, officials say nearly $1.75 million was raised at this year's Cattleman Ball, which was held in early June in Thayer County. Most of the proceeds went to the Fred and Pamela Buffett Center for Cancer Research at the UNMC Center. Officials say this year's haul was the second largest in the event's 21-year history, and the 2019 Cattleman's Ball is scheduled for June 7th and 8th in rural Wanetta in southwest Nebraska. And the body of a second Union Pacific Railroad employee has been recovered from the site of last week's train crash west of Cheyenne. Officials also identified the 2 UP crew members who died in the Thursday night crash as engineers Jason Martinez and conductor Benjamin Brozovic. The crash occurred when an eastbound train slammed into the back of another train that was parked on the rail line. Both victims were in the train that hit the parked train, and more than 50 rail cars and 3 locomotives derailed as a result. The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating this crash. Well, straight ahead, the Gering Bulldogs record their highest point total of the season. Or was that enough to top the Bulldogs of Alliance? Chris Cottrell will be back with all the highlights in just 90 seconds.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
Anyone who calls it a hobby doesn't understand. We know that a person's passion is what drives them. And that's why every memorial we create is a true reflection of the individual. Only a Dignity Memorial professional can celebrate a life like no other. Find out how at dignitynebraska.com.
Now, sports from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
Welcome into our Monday check here at the Sports Desk. The girls' 2-day golf state championships are running today and tomorrow at courses across the state. In Class B, you've got Gering, Scottsbluff, and Sydney all competing in Columbus. A full rundown of where things stand after day one can be found at kneb.com following all Day 1 action. Same story with Class C. The Mitchell and Bridgeport teams, along with Kimball's Peyton Wise, are in North Platte for the Class C state tournament. I'll recap all things Day 1 state golf tomorrow morning from the radio sports desk. Now time to rewind to Friday night. Got highlights from both of our games here at the station. Let's start at Gering, where it was the Bulldogs hosting Alliance. Still looking, Gering was, for that first win of the season, and it wasn't going to be on this night. First quarter, Eric Folkert with the short touchdown plunge. Those points coming off a Gering turnover, and it would be a big night on the ground for Alliance. Again, off a Gering turnover, Alliance ball, and Trevor Dubray hits the play-action pass to Reese Jensen. Big gainer down the left side. He jumps on his own fumble there, and moments later, it's tailback Jace Bauer capping off the drive with the first of his 3 touchdown runs on the night as Alliance goes in front 14-0. Bauer came into this one with just 1 carry on the season. He rushed for well over 100 yards. Here's another Bauer touchdown run, pretty much a carbon copy of his first, as Alliance goes up 3 scores at that point. Right now, the route's on over at Gering. Alliance, though, they're going to score 3 more times on the night. There's another Bauer run, then another short run from Folkert. And then for good measure, it's Dubray connecting with Chandler Stinson on the touchdown pass. If you're looking for bright spots for the homestanding Bulldogs, it was the season high in points with 14. Both scores coming in the second half. Garrett W. Kahn goes off the right side, finds pay dirt there, and then it's the passing game with quarterback Anthony Walker connecting with Riley Shaneman, who does a nice job after the catch, finds his way to the end zone. Alliance wins it going away to stay in playoff position. They host Scottsbluff this week. Gering dropped 0-7. They'll head to McCook. Speaking of Scottsbluff, the Bearcats were on the road at Lexington, and thanks to Scottsbluff filming ace Tyler Klager, we've got some highlights for you. A business-like approach, really, and finish in this one for the Cats as they win it 34-7. Jacob Krull scores the first touchdown, a 58-yard sprint for 6. That's in the first quarter. The Chris Busby then squirts in and out of traffic for the second score of the night as the Bearcats go up 14-0. The Cats would close out the first half scoring now after a nice completion from Sebastian Harsh to Keegan Reifschneider. It's Harsh with the 8-yard keeper into the end zone. Cats lead 20-0 at the halftime break. They'd score twice more in the second half, more of the same on the ground. Here's a Busby special as he hits the home run ball, a 51-yard gallop. Then to close things out, it's the big quarterback again, Harsh, with the short run. Defensively, let's not forget the defensive side of the football. Scottsbluff held Lexington to a total of 44 yards of offense in this one. The Scottsbluff Alliance game will be our game on the TV side here at KNEB coming up this Friday night. Big win in volleyball for Sydney over the weekend as they upended state-ranked Alliance to win the Western Conference Championship. And mention girls state golf at the top. Let's not forget boys state tennis on the way with the state tournament this Thursday and Friday in Lincoln for Class B schools, Gering, Scottsbluff, and Alliance. That's the latest today from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's back with a look at the community calendar when we come back right after this on KNEB.TV.
Compliments for You and Your Home has got the latest decor. Come in today and see what you can create. Start with great home decor from Uttermost, lamps, chairs, and vases for any taste. Need a little light for a more intimate feeling? Flameware is a recharging LED light that simulates candle flames. Rootworks bowls are hand-carved, one-of-a-kind wooden bowls you can't find anywhere else. Finally, for a little accent, try these leather and Western-style pillows from High End. Compliments for You and Your Home, downtown Scottsbluff.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Beat the heat and play inside with Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. Bounce houses, concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade in town, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, and as always, ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, corporate event, office party, or family reunion. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
And finally tonight, after last week's United Way Day of Caring, campaign co-chairs Becca Tompkins and Doug Kaus say they were blown away with this year's community support. Last Tuesday, the Weborg 21 Center was transformed into a one-day food packaging plant with several hundred volunteers on hand to package 60,000 shelf-stable meals that will be distributed to in-need families throughout the community. This year, there was a massive spike in the number of volunteers, which helped this year's Day of Caring event wrap up in record time.
We always ask for sign-ups early, and those slots fill very fast. And to have over 200 volunteers from this community come help package 60,000 meals is quite the sight to see, definitely. You have teams, you have tables set up, there's a little competition going. I was a runner, didn't think I'd have to do a whole lot, but boy, after you move about 50 to 100 boxes full of these meals, I got to work out that day, definitely, yeah.
Now, Tompkins and Kaus will be pivoting their efforts to the campaign itself, where the fundraising goal has been set at $335,000. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.